Hello everyone, Kuryu again, and welcome back to another episode of the Thaumcraft 4.1 cheat sheet. So, I've promised this for a while and I'll actually get into it this time. Infusion. I'm going to cover the basics of the research involved in the infusions. So that'll be why it was a prerequisites before, so I'll just get rid of some of these Bibles out of our way. I think that was about the only ones. So, one of my favourites, Boots the Traveller. Let's get cracking. There it is. So we've got water to Iter. Iter should be Motus. Motus should be water. So that shouldn't be too bad. I like my Motus, as you can tell. It's a tier 2, so it is relatively low down. I believe this feather, if I'm right, you can use Motus and air. So if I do an air, doesn't really matter, I suppose. Motus and Iter requires the earth. So let's put another air just here. Take it back to Motus. Now Iter uses earth. So let's get some earth in there, some Saxum too. And that bridges that gap. And we should just be able to bounce Motus and air and back to Motus again. And there we go. So there we go, Boots of the Traveller. Once you get this, you'll be able to run around and jump just like me. I do love Boots of the Traveller. One of my favourite items from Thaumcraft, among many I must say. So next on the list, Thermostat harness. Why not? Let's see, Machina. We've got Motus involved and Instrumentum. So we can take Motus down to air, so for the root, and Motus to the air for the feather. If I can remember that is, I can never remember its name. Volatus. And it can also be used for Iter. So let's take Motus into the middle here and then separate out from there. So I'm going to go between, let's get a lot more Motus. It's a surprisingly handy aspect. Does that go directly onto it again? Yes, it does. Go to air, Motus, back to air. Now let's see if we went down this direction. Either one worked. Iter, earth and Motus. Just because I've been using a lot of air recently. Like I said, basically just take whatever materials you have an ample amount of. Like here you have an ample amount of water, just squeeze it in there and take it right back to Motus again. And that'll finish your research for you. And there's the thermostatic harness. Just because it's screaming out to me a little bit, let's do the lamp of growth. This one might look a little bit trickier. So we have Mensis, which is Humanus and Herba. So that goes to Granum and Earth. Granum, that's not too bad at all then. So if we take Granum to there, and then we could go to Herb, to here, that would just mean we do Humanus, not even needing that. We could bridge this gap with a Terra. And then come back for Herb again. Now the new question though is, where do we take it for Lux? To go into Humanus, Humanus the Cognito, and Beast. Not leaving us much space in that regards. Perhaps we're to go in the other direction for here, and since we found the route for this one, Herba, and let's see, header should fit in there. And we found Granum, which takes us to Victus, is it? Water and earth. Now, order. Let's see what the other route holds for us. Humanus. Humanus takes us to Cognito and Beast, which takes us to Earth if we want to do it that way, but there's no easy method that I can really see off the top of my head. Give me a second here. I'm not 100% convinced this is the best method to take, but it's the one that's standing out to me the most. To go from Herba to Granum to Victus to water to Motus, which should mean that I can go from Motus to air. I'm not 100% convinced that that is actually a good method, but it works nonetheless. So you got on with the research, I'm not complaining, and if you ever get stuck you can do that. If you want to improve on it, feel free at any point. This is just a guide or a rough sketch of a direction to head in, if you will. So there we go, Lamp of Growth. What else have we got to do? Let's save the runic armor. Let's do some of these. Pickaxe of the core. So we got census. Something tells me I'm gonna have to go Humanus to get out of that one. Humanus gives a fair bit of options compared to order, because you can go down order. So Humanus is going to be the logical choice, I believe. Humanus, let's see. Go with the earth root and souls and beast. The census also requires spiritus. So I believe Cognito will be the route here. The spiritus. And let's just use some Victus and spiritus again. Now Ignis. I believe I'm going to use that trick I used, or the last one, and take this to a water, to a Motus, to an air, to a Lux, and I'm going to have to use another air and Lux again. I'll show you use the fire. So as again I said, it's maybe not the best method, but it's a method that's very usable. So there's Pickaxe of the Core. And now for Axe of the Stream. Now once we get through these tools, I think I'll have to call it an episode, but let's see what we've got this time. We have Instrumentum, which takes us to Humanus, so Cognito or Beast. Beast taking us to Motus, and I believe that has water in it as well. So let's take Humanus to Bestia to Motus, and since we use a lot of air, let's go this way. And there we go, that should be us done. Nope, wrong one. Water and Motus. Let's go Sword of the Zephyr. That was a fun little toy. Instrumentum Perdito. Perdito. Order an Ingus. Ingus to Lux. If I use Lux, I'll be able to get a nice little bridge there. To use the fire route. So I could use either there. So let's see what I can get. Instrumentum. Or, if I want to be simple about it, Perdito, Vacuous, should be air, and then all I need to do is use Lux and fire, and for this side I'll use Lux Air, Lux. And there we go, Sword of the Zephyr. There's 2 more to the end of this one. And we've got Shovel of the Earth Mover. Why did I guess it was going to be something similar? Fabrico, Instrumentum. So let's see, if I go Instrumentum, Order, and Order, that means I could basically go anything involving Order I wish, like Metallum. To go with Order and Metallum. Like I said, I try and go with the base primal aspects as much as I can, because once I start tallying up like tiers 3, 4 and 5, they start just getting complicated a bit, and costing as well. So let's see what I can do with this again. Humanus to Beast Incognito. Cognito goes to Earth. So Humanus, Cognito, Earth, Saxum, Earth, Saxum. Shovel of the Earth Mover. And finally the Hoe of Growth. Let's see what we've got here then. Humanus as always. This takes Humanus as well. Let's see if Humanus breaks down something simpler. We can go by Earth. That wouldn't be too bad. Victus would require Earth as well, so it could take a route. There's not much point in that. I might as well just go a long way in each one. So if I take this to Humanus, Humanus to Cognito, Cognito to Earth. Let's see what this one takes. Humanus again. So I just do reverse. Cognito, Humanus. Well, let's do the same this side, just because it's fresh in our heads. Earth, Saxum, Earth. And there we go, the Hoe of Growth. And that should finish off this episode of our infused tools. So we have all our arcane board, Roots of Traveller, Thaumatic Harness, and next episode we should really just finish this off for the arcanes and armours. The armours will expand a fair bit, I do believe, so it's a good thing I left that aside. But that should take care of our infused tools. So thanks for watching the episode. I hope you enjoyed, hope it helped. And if you want to see more, subscribe. And if you did enjoy the episode or it helped you at all, please leave a like. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.